We are going camping for Tyler's birthday. We haven't left the house in 5 months since the pandemic began. So we decided for Ty's birthday that we would go camping. This is how fast I drive, right?
No, you don't.
Like the clouds moving backwards. It's fun. We met her aunt and uncle and cousin up there. They stayed in one spot. We stayed in another spot. And we had a social distance camp out. The super fun thing about being a socially distant camp out is that it was 100 degrees and we were only hanging out with Ty's cousin outside. Yeah, so we ended up spending 3 days in the pool because otherwise it was really, really hot. You guys did a lot of jumping. Jumping's a good thing to do. Number one, because you guys could stay distance. But number two, because we have an above ground pool, so you can't do that in our pool.
Wow, that's cool.
So we decided on the second day that we were going to try to do a drawing project. So we found this cute wagon and we set up our camp chairs and we were drawing. This is Tyler and Daddy drawing the wagon. It was early in the morning, so it was only 95 degrees.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that the whole time Tyler was thinking, where's my iPad? I miss my iPad. Ty's not a fan of drawing with pencils. Daddy drew a whole bunch of different little things, which is super cool. It's sort of little studies of different parts. So he's got the dragonfly and the fish and the wagon. And there's Sam and me. Yeah, so it's good to get out in nature and to draw and observe things and practice your drawing skills. The more you practice, the better you get. And any artist will tell you if you take a sketchbook with you and just draw your surroundings, you're going to learn so much about kind of shapes and things. The more you draw things and observe things in that way, the more you have in your brain to pull from when you're sketching things on your own and you're, trying to be creative. When it's 95 degrees, maybe not the best plan, but when the weather's nice, drawing outside can be really, really nice.
I added all the details I saw near the wagon.
You did. You added everything. You are a good observer. And I was using watercolors in my lap, and so that wasn't awkward at all. I had, fortunately, my camping chair has a cup holder, so I could put the water cup in the cup holder, so I didn't have to worry about that. So there's Daddy's with his wagon, and the metal milk jug, and the barbecue, and the dragonfly. There were dragonflies everywhere, and fish. There's Ty's. I love how even when you're doing this kind of sketch from life, you have your very specific style, like the trees and everything are your style. There's Sam's attention to detail and glory. Sam colored hers. You used colored pencils, right? Good job, kiddo. But there's my wagon, watercolor style. I used purple for the shadows and yellow for the highlights because that's what I do. I think it looks cute.
Yeah. Now let's go swimming.
Yeah, it was so 95 degrees, half hour of drawing, and right back to the pool. Yeah, we've got these Hudson sprayers. They're like the weed sprayers, and I use them for water when I'm working. So we use those to cool each other off when we weren't in the pool, and then they were squirting each other when they were in the pool. Wow, that's weird, those explosions. I've never seen that happen before. There's Sam with the Hudson sprayer. Oh, this was mom fail number 1. I forgot to bring Sam's stuffed animal that she cuddles with at night, so we made one out of Daddy's sock. And this was mommy fail number 2. I stuck all our bathing suits and towels out on the railing to dry, and then it rained. But we did find a tortoise, so, the guild was doing okay. This is a triple jump.
And Samuel jumped from like a little ledge inside of the pool because she was too scared to do it from the edge. It comes back.
3, 2, 1, dragonfly!
Did you see that? That's so cool.
There's a dragonfly flying by.
She got stuck.
Yeah.
And then just after Sean did it perfectly.
Yeah, well, Sean's very, very thin. Now we're going home. And then when we got home, we had some photos that we had taken while we were at the campground, and we were adding creatures into those photos. So this is Tyler in Procreate, adding a little sea serpent. And is that like the baby sea serpent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Sean was doing like a weird like, what?
Yeah.
So I added a
It's my
little
favorite.
baby.
It's my favorite part. His reaction to that. And then you did reflections, and you did water effect on the reflections. The liquefy.
Did the liquefy and
Yeah.
then just like stroke
That was
it.
really effective. I should have done that on mine. So we've got the little forest sprite from our story mural video hanging out on the railing over there. And then you guys are like chatting with the sea serpent, I think. You guys look like you're just like having a good old time. And then Sean's like, what? What is that?
So it's like,
What is that thing?
I mean, he was probably like hanging out, chatting with the big one, and then the little one snuck up on him. And then this is Sam's. She did a mermaid. She chose the same photograph and did a completely different thing with it. She's got her little mermaid. Oh, what program are you using?
I'm using Autodesk Sketchbook again.
Cool. Autodesk Sketchbook. Nice colors. You've got some good contrast happening there, which is really nice.
I added green for the tail. So like we were just gonna go fishing. I threw my hand one and a mermaid popped up.
Oh my gosh. And you were like, oh, that's a mermaid.
Yeah, my favorite creature in the ocean is something that doesn't exist. It's a mermaid.
Yeah. And then this, we're zooming
it's
in.
like a blonde Ariel.
Yeah, I like the little pink cheeks. And the splashes with the little highlights are really cute. And then my favorite part is the flamingo with the anime. What? The anime surprise.
Yeah, but like.
Those are amazing. So Ty and I did the same thing where we brought in the photo and we sketched things in white and then drew over the top. We did our sloppy rough sketch in white and then drew over the top with the color. But my background was so busy and my eyes are so old that I put in a gray layer in between so that I didn't have to worry about the background, so I could see really well what I was doing. And then I go in and I do all the details and clean up on the
I was
outlines.
using the white sketch to just like try and figure out where things were gonna be.
Yeah, it's good to lay things out first, to do have a whole separate layer. In Photoshop and Autodesk and in Procreate, you can have a whole separate layer for sketching, which is super handy. So now I'm putting in the color, doing a little bit of shading. I'm using one of Kyle's, I don't remember which one, but it was one of his like fluidy texture brushes. This is for this coloring and texturing. Here I'm coloring the eyes white and coloring the teeth and the claws and adding some highlights and details. I changed the blending mode on my outline layer to color burn to make the outlines the dark version of the color that they were on. And then I did some more details and some more cleanup. This purple guy's my favorite. I should have drawn splashes around his hands. Whoops, next time. So we're fixing more details with a smaller brush and adding some highlights. Some
like,
shadows and some more texture. I love this
He's
guy.
like, ooh, what's behind me?
Yeah, we know what's behind him. It's Sean. Sean hiding in the bushes. He thinks he's being sneaky, but there's a monster behind him and there's a monster in front of him, and they both know he's there. And you guys are making friends with this pink one. The pink one with the yellow tongue. This is a copy that is going to be the reflections, and then I line them all up.
Yeah.
I used a layer effect on those to make them a little translucent, but I didn't liquefy them, and I should have. That was really smart.
I didn't liquefy either.
Here I'm doing some layer effects for more shadows. Sit tight while I add shadows and add shadows and add shadows. And last I added some grass in front of their feet to make them blend into the background better. So that was the picture, and then it fades in with the drawing. And there's Sean being sneaky, and the red guy's giving him the side eye, and the flying one's kind of sneaking up behind. Luckily, imaginary monsters can't carry COVID, so we were safe to hang out with them. Nice of these little guys to join us. This big purple guy in the water, splashing around, having a good old time. And then we've got a little pink guy making friends with Sam and Ty. This one is the low-tech version, so it's pen and pencil. So I kind of checked against, we printed the photograph, and then we checked against the photograph for scale. And then I drew the little monster, and then I cut him out. And then I just glued him on. And you don't need a computer at all. Well, I guess you do for printing the picture. But there he is, little monster, and that's totally just a printed picture with a cutout monster on him. It looks just about the same. So tired, so happy. Happy to be home. Happy birthday, Ty. We love you.
Thank you for watching.
If you'd like to join the guild, check out our Patreon for more fun stuff.
It's so fun.